Hello. We have something a little bit different today. We have two of the latest Bachmann Class 20-3 models, and using these I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to include or exclude a locomotive in a consist once the initial setup has been completed. I'm not going to cover the initial setup actually in the video, but it is described in the description, so if you want to have a look at that before you start or while the video is playing. Hope you enjoy. So first of all we're going to call up 2014, turn on the marker lights, the cab lights, and start up the engine. Okay, that one's up and running, not in the consist yet, so now we will go to 2011 and simply put the marker lights on. Okay, next thing, 2011 is placed in the consist by pressing F3. You will notice that the inboard marker lights have been extinguished because to follow prototype practice you don't need the marker lights on anywhere but the ends of the train. So moving back to 2014, we will now place that in the consist by again pressing F3. And you can see that the marker lights change because the direction of the consist is the other way around, which is fine. It's set for the direction we want to go. So now to move the train as a complete unit, the active address is now 20. So dialing up 20 on the controller, we can now operate the train. So you can see now that we've got white marker lights on the leading engine at the cab end and the red tail lights on the trailing engine as per prototype. Continuing on our way to the siding to collect the Weedkiller train, we need to change direction and come across all these double slips to the siding area. Having made another change of direction, we continue towards the sidings, but we're going to interrupt to take 2014 out of the consist. So having stopped over a magnet to operate the KD couplings, we will now take 2014 out of the consist by dialing up 2014 and turning F3 off. We can see confirmation of that. It is now not in the consist because the inner lights have come on. So all we need to do now is reverse up a bit to relax the couplings, and all being well we should be able to drive 2014 away, leaving the other class 20 where it is. "2014 is now running light engine and will proceed to what will eventually be the rear of the weed-killing train." Notice in light engine you get a different flange squeal than when you're in the consist. You'll notice that the cab light is still on while the locomotive is in motion, but seeing as we are effectively sunting, I think we'll pass on that. With 2014 now coupled on the train, we need to shut this engine down, seeing as it will be at the rear of the completed train, and we also need to place it in the consist. So now we've dialed up number 2011, started it up, and we're about to move this locomotive onto the front of the train. At this point we'll engage F7 to preset the buffer class, which will sound when it comes to a halt. Now with 2011 coupled to the train, all we need to do now is activate F3. This will put 2011 into the consist, and then we call up address 20 and drive the ensemble using address 20. Once on the main line, we can activate F7 to start the weed killing process. Note that the sound of the pump only comes from the locomotive that is at the rear. Obviously there is no sound decoder in the actual Weedkiller train itself, which is why we're using the rearmost class 20 to provide the sound.